the section of this particular building at a certain vertical level, either it may be at sea level or at any level of your choice. How to do it? You can cut section either from top, from left, from right, or from front or from back side. How to do it? So there is a tool called as section plane. So if you click it, if you click the section plane option here, this is one of the tool. So whenever you move cursor on any of the tool here, so it will, the dialog box will appear there, and that shows what that particular tool does. So when I move cursor on this section plane tool, it is showing that draw section. It draws section plane to expose interior details in the model. So this is the model. If you would like to see the interior details, so you have to use the section plane here. If I click it, the name it has, now I'll give it a section 1 place. Where to place? See here, if I move the cursor here, now this is in blue color, and from top to bottom unlocked plane it is showing here. Suppose if I would like to cut the section from top, just I'll click it here, and now you can drag it. One minute. Go to section plane, cut plane. Yeah, something is wrong with this command. I'll continue it afterwards. uh, for this command, particular this section plane. Now I'll tell about the components. So there are a number of components which are already preloaded here. In default tray, there is an option called as component. There's an option called as component. Here you can select different component. Already components are here. Suppose if you would like to have car here, so the car component is here. Directly you can place it wherever you wish. Predefined components are available. Suppose electrical poles, if you want to have electrical poles, so you can just place them wherever you would like to. have electrical poles, like how it has a picnic table. So you can just select it and you can place it wherever you want in the model. Then people are there. You can make people to stand in anywhere you wish to. Trees are there. You can put trees. Yeah. Then in components itself, you have different objects. Dynamic component, if you would like to have, so there are dynamic components available. Then architectural components. You can download through 3D warehouse also. If you are connected to the internet, you can download different components. Those who create components and upload it to the Trimble software. From directly the Trimble software, you can get the different components here. Already these are the predefined components. Then transportation, playground, so different kind of components you can browse from the internet also. Few of the components are already preloaded with the software. See here, trucks are there, motorcycle is also there. If you want, just scooter is there. Yes, you can just place it wherever you wish to have, so that it adds beauty to the model. They'll add beauty to the model. Landscape. If you go to the landscape option, different again components are available. So plants, different plants are available. 3D warehouse, it will open the 3D warehouse web browser. There also you can choose different components. Since the internet is a bit slow, it takes too long to load it. So this is about the component. So you can make use of the component option just to add components to your model. Suppose here, if you wish to reduce the scale of any component here, how to do it? Just this is a component. Just click on it. So here there is an option called as scale. Click on this scale option, the scale tool. Give some reference point. And just you can reduce the sizes. Just like this. You can scale it like this. This is about scaling. You can have different views of this particular model just by using views toolbar. Here, if you want to have an isometric view, you just click on isometric view. The isometric view is available. If you wish to have a top view, go to the top. So this is how the model looks from the top. This is from front side. This is right side. This is left side. This is back side. So this is left and this is back. I'll go to the isometric view now. And also you can add the shadow. So here I have loaded one more toolbar, that is shadows. shadows toolbar is there. I just remove these toolbars which are of not use. Here what I'll do, I'll just click on this shadow hide or shadow show or hide shadows option. If you click this particular icon, just by clicking it, the shadow of the building will be appearing according to the month and the time of the day that you choose on this particular bar. See here. So there is a 12 months scale is there. You can just drag this particular point from January to December, and also the time, particular time in the day usually. So how the shadow that falls. This is how you can add beauty to the model. See here how it looks like. It looks like realistic building type. When you show such kind of three-dimensional model to the client, then they'll get to know how exactly their model looks like, means their plan comes true. You cannot show this drawing through your personal computers. If you export it to the JPEG format, then it will be very easy for them to send these pictures in the JPEG form through WhatsApp or through mail or some other means. How to do it? Go to the file. So there's an option called as export. Go to 2D graphics. 2D graphics. You just zoom out or zoom in the screen which you like to have the JPEG format, and you wish to save this particular model's view in the JPEG format. So I am saving this JPEG format. BLDA workshop JPG JPEG. Just for this one, I'll give number as 1. This is view 1. So here you have option before saving this. You have different option with what resolution you would like to save it. Higher the resolution, the more clarity of the picture will be. Just I'll give the resolution of 1500 with the pixel. 1500. Just I'll just change it 3000. Yes. So I'll just export it. Yeah. Now I'll check it out how it looks like in the JPEG format. Already I have given the destiny here. I saved in particular folder. See, this is how the JPEG picture looks. If you send it to the client, or if you give printout in color pages, in color printout to your client, then he will be happy knowing how the building looks like when it is built up. This is how to export your model into JPEG format. This is regarding exporting as well as components. Then comes suppose if you would like to have different layers for different type of grouping of the building objects or any other furnitures, vehicles, different particulars of your model, like you use the layer command in the AutoCAD. Here also there is a layer command option available for your model. Go to the default tray here. There is an option called as layers. So here only one layer. Whatever that I have done here is in the single one, only one layer. Suppose if I would like to add layer here for car, suppose I add one layer as car and scooter. Just I'll add one layer. Uh, then one more layer I'll add as the roof. Suppose I want to segregate the roof from the whole building. Then I'll add a compound wall. Yeah. So after this, what I'll do? Manage entity info. So in manage tray, there will be an option called as entity info. To do this, you have a different option. Go to Windows, default to tray. So here you check entity info. The entity info option has come here. Now what you do, you select anything here. So it shows in the entity, whatever the object that you see, either it may be a line, surface, or component. So those are called as entities. If you click on any of the entities in the model, in the entity information, it shows in which layer the entity has created. So here I am choosing this car. It's showing layer 0, means in a single first whatever the model was created in the same layer, the car is also fitted in. What I'll do, I'll just change it. Just you click down arrow here, car and scooter, just you click it. Now you can see. So now it is in car and scooter. So scooter also is in layer 0. I'll just move it to the car and scooter. Then I have created one more compound wall layer. So these all compound wall all together I'll select like this. You control, you press control and keep on selecting the compound wall here. So these are all selected entities are in layer 0. Now I'll just shift them to compound wall. So backside wall has left. This also. I'll just put it in compound wall layer. What I'll do, I'll just try to hide certain layers. Car and scooter. If I uncheck this car and scooter layer, you can see here. If I uncheck here, visibility, those are not visible. They'll be in the model itself, but they are not visible now because I have unchecked this visible option there. Then comes compound wall. Only those which were selected, which were in the compound layer, they disappeared. They are hidden now. Just I'll go to entity info again. I'll just put it them in compound wall. See, this is how I can keep on adding the entities in particular layer. I'll just add them in the compound wall. The compound wall is not visible now. So even these lines are connected to the compound line. Those lines also I'll just put them in the compound wall layer. Compound wall, yes. If you uncheck this compound wall, see the compound wall is visible now. If you uncheck it, it will be invisible. If you check it, it will be visible. So this one also I will put it in compound wall. Yes. Then I have created the roof layer. Just I'll select the roof, entire roof here. I'll just select entire roof. I'll put them in the roof. I'll just uncheck it. See, the roof is not visible now. Roof is not visible. So this one also I'll just put it in the roof layer. This is about the layers. If I check it, they are visible. If I uncheck, they are invisible. See, entire roof now is hidden. If you unhide it, it is visible. One compound wall also, if you check it, it will be appearing now. One car and scooter. This is how you can make use of the layer option for different categories or grouping of the objects in the model. This layers is very helpful. Suppose if you like to take printout without certain components here, you can do it with the layers. This is about the layers. So for any doubts regarding today's session?
Students, any doubt? If you have any doubt regarding the command what sir has explained, you can write it in a comment box.
Yeah. Yeah, layer tool is just I'll explain you once again. In default tray, there is a option called as layers. Suppose if it is not visible in the default tray, go to the windows, or otherwise here also just right click on the default tray, go to manage trays. You just click on this tray. Here, what are all the dialogues are available? These are called as options, are called as dialogues. Here you just check layers, close. In default tray, the layers dialog is available. Shadow command. Kritika Rudgi. Okay. Shadow command. Here, just I'll first remove this one. Go to the view toolbars. So here there is a toolbar called as shadows. Close it. The toolbar has come here. We just place it somewhere. Here the icon is visible. Shadow like icon is visible here. So this, if you click it, either it will show or hide the shadow. You click it, the shadow will appear. Just adjacent to this shadow icon, there is the month scale. From January to December, there is a month scale. Adjacent to that, there is a time scale in a day. See here, there is a time scale. If you move towards the evening, see, you can see the shadow as the dark afternoon. So it also changes. So again, one more thing, you can have this shadow just by giving the geo referencing of your particular section. Suppose if you are planning a building in Bijapur, what is the latitude and longitude of the particular site? If you enter it in the geolocation button, here at lower left corner, you can see the icon as geolocation. If you click it, you can add this geolocation also. If you add geolocation, you have to sign into the Trimble with your email account. There you can add the location. Once you add the location for a particular model, according to the meteorological observations, so that will take the energy flow. Either it may be the wind, either it may be the ultraviolet rays falling on that particular site. According to that, the shadows will be visible to you. This is how you can make use of the shadow. Just you uh, drag the month icon and time for a particular month in average. This is how to use the shadow command in the Google SketchUp. Shadow command, is it clear? Okay, good. Yes, we can import Shweta Konur. We can import PDF file. Instead of that, one more thing I'll just tell you. Uh, Instead of PDF, you can import directly the drawing file, AutoCAD files also. You can import directly the AutoCAD files, those which are in a two-dimensional format. So instead of drawing all these things to the dimension, once you import the PDF file, directly you can extrude the faces. Directly you can do the 3D. How to do it? Go to File. There is an option called as Import. Click on Import. Over here, I'll take one simple plan. Oh, there are a number of plans. So I'll take one simple plan. See, when it imports, it says it has important one second. Before that, I'll create one. Here itself, you can see in the same drawing, I imported AutoCAD file here. I have imported the AutoCAD file. We'll explain you once again. We'll explain you once again. So instead of this existing file, I'll create new one, new Google SketchUp. I'll take new file here. What I'll do, I'll go to the file. There is an option called as import. Go to import and give the directory where the AutoCAD drawing file is saved. Give the path. Click on the drawing .dwg extension. It should have. And what are all the formats you can import? You can just see, check out here. You can have 3ds files, Collada files. You can have DEM files. Suppose if you have a digital elevation model files, you can download them. AutoCAD files also, the extension will be .dwg or .dxf. Even .dxf files are also can be imported here. Even Google Earth, KMZ or KML files also you can import. Google Earth files also you can import. They will be georeferenced automatically. Then all supported type of images, even you can import the JPG format of the plan. Then Photoshop, if .psd extension, Photoshop file also you can have, and even .bmp bitmap files also you can import. Now I am importing the AutoCAD drawing. Just click on import. So it is saying that there are already 24 layers which I had created in the AutoCAD. 24 layers, and there are 4 blocks. So 45 arcs are there and 14 circles are there. So insert, there are 8 inserts, lines 692 lines that diagram is consisting. Then polylines also are there, 94 polylines. Then you just close it. So you can see here the drawing which you have done in the AutoCAD are directly imported here. So in draw format I imported here because all templates and all are there. Even you can see these are all the different layers I have created in the AutoCAD. You can see here. So different layers I have created. Now I'm not interested in first what I'll do. This will be in a single component. I have to explode it first. Whenever you import any drawing file from the AutoCAD, you have to explode it because it will be a single component while importing. So just click on the diagram here, right click. Here option is there, explode. Just click on this. Now it is exploded. So now each single entity can be selected. So actually in AutoCAD, this was the footing and the footing schedule and as well as the roof schedule. I'm not interested. I'll just delete it. And even I don't want to have templates. This template I'll delete. Even this one I'll delete. Compound wall, this is compound wall. Just I'll delete this extension. I'll delete this. Even staircase is also there. Now I'll not put it here. I'll delete it. I'll add it afterwards. So windows, these are the windows. While extruding, I need to extrude each face here. That's why now I'll delete all these. I'll just keep walls in this model. Just keep walls in this model so that it will be easy for us to extrude the wall faces instead of extruding the different minute entities here. Now add line here. You can add the line. See here. Like this, delete the unwanted, these all furnitures and all. Just have the plan with the walls all around as well as the dividing walls inside. So directly you can import the AutoCAD file like this. Make sure you know the positioning as well as the size of the windows, so that after extruding the wall faces up to ceiling, you can again redraw it at the correct locations. So this is how I'll make 3D of the building, directly importing AutoCAD plans to the SketchUp. Delete all these things, or otherwise directly you can delete the layers here. So doors layer I want to delete. Just click on this doors layer, delete. So it asks here layers to be deleted or not empty, or you want to create move the, if you want to, suppose if you want to move the entities in the default layer just by deleting the layer, or you want to delete everything in that particular layer. Just I want to delete all the contents in that layer. Delete content. Okay. Doors has gone. Furnitures also I don't want. This also I'll delete. Then staircase already I deleted manually. Then windows, window hatch I don't want to have. Then doors, windows, just I'll delete. See the doors, all doors have been deleted now. Even columns I don't want to have. I'll just delete them. Boundary line, cars, dimension I don't want. I'll just delete them. Okay, this is how you can delete the unwanted layers which are already created by the AutoCAD. Just I'm explaining you because this will be very easy for you to make 3D of your plans already you have made, instead of making once again the plan in the SketchUp. This will be to the dimension, because already you had set the dimension in the AutoCAD. The same dimension this will assume. So this is the column position. That's why I'm not deleting it. Just what I'll do, I'll just close this circuit. You can see the wall has not become the gray. To do this, you just close loop somewhere here. See, this is how you can do. Yeah, you can do like this. Yeah, you just keep doing this exercise because since you have imported from AutoCAD, there might be multiple lines. That's why this see here there are multiple lines. Because of that, it's not taking directly the line. Yes, see here it is not a closed loop. That's why it was not taking. Now it's yes. I will delete these lines. Now what I'll do, I'll directly extrude the faces. Just I'll show how easy it is to import the file and make 3D of the model. What I'll do, just I'll push pull. Since it is at 0.45, I'll just drag it. I'll drag all the walls for a height of 3 meters. See, directly the building has become 3D because already you had created the drawing in AutoCAD and you imported it to the SketchUp software. So this is the beauty of SketchUp. Very easily you can have the three-dimensional model just by importing. Yes, just show the face. So this is a very easy method to create the three-dimensional object. Now at lintel level, I'll just put all around the line 2.1 meters. Somewhere here it comes. What I'll do, I'll just draw a line and go to push pull command. Just drag it. See, this is how you can do it. Now just put a line at a height of 2.1 meter all around the building, so that this will be easy for you to create the windows. You know the position of windows in your plan, or you can refer to the AutoCAD drawing already you have made. Just by those dimensions you can have the windows. This is how you can make the windows and all. Suppose if there's a window at this particular point, just drop lines here. Suppose the window size is 1.2 meter by 1.5 meter, so downward it will be 1.2. So in this direction I'll take 1.8, I'll take 6 feet. Again I'll connect this line. What I'll do, I'll take push pull command. I'll just push it inside. So the window is created now. You can see here the window is created. So again the same thing. Even you can have the staircase here. How to do it? Because if you don't know how to do the staircase, then it will be difficult for you to show the staircase position. What I'll do, I'll just draw a line here. Suppose if the landing is having the length of 2 meter or 1.8 meter. 1.8 meter I'll take 6 feet. So suppose if it is 0.9 meter, I'll take this as 0.9 meter. I'll just close it. What I'll do, so this is the total landing. Now what I will do, I'll take the line. I'll go to the midpoint of this section. So I'll keep adding the rise and thread here. Suppose if the rise is 0.15, click 1.15. Then if the thread is 0.3, just click 0.3. This is 0.15. In this direction it is 0.3. Otherwise, one more thing you can do is just you select these two lines, click move command, hold control, hold this reference point, this is end point. Just keep copying the things. Again, don't release the control button. Keep on pasting it. You can keep on pasting it. I'm using very lesser commands here. With that, I'm creating the model. This is how you can do. Now I'll put one rectangle here. So still I have to copy these rise and thread. So you'll be knowing where the rise comes and where the thread comes. You just have the line on this ground. You just drag it here. You just put one line. You just have one more line here from this to this midpoint. Just you draw a line. Randomly you can draw it randomly. Somewhere here I will take. Now go to push pull command. Just drag it here. See, this is the staircase. This is the staircase. So this is how you can import directly the drawing from AutoCAD. Any doubts? Any doubts here, students?
Any doubts?
So today we have covered some more tools and some more options, and also I covered how to import and export, how to import already drawn plan to your SketchUp model, and also I explained you how to export the diagrams here, how to export the views to JPEG format. So we will wind up today's session here. Any doubts or any clarification to be done? It's open now.
I think students, hope everything is clear what sir has explained. I don't see any question in the chat box.
Yeah, there are no questions.
Okay, so in today's session, if you have any doubt, you can ask to sir, so that we'll get clear concept.
Yes.
Sir, can we draw lintel using follow me command?
Yes, we can. Lentil or chezza you are asking,
Sir,
sir?
someone, Prajwal Prakash has commented, sir, can we draw lintel using follow me command? A lintel line you are asking, Prakash?
Lintel will be hidden.
Prajwal?
Lintel will be usually hidden inside. There is no question of follow me command, usage of follow me command. You can use it for the chezza. If you are having sunshade, just I'll take this example. I have created already a window here. Suppose if I would like to have a shadow, sun shadow for this one or rain shadow for this one, that is chezza. Just I'll draw it as 1 meter wider, and depth is 0.1 meter at outer edge, and 0.15 meter at the wall side. Just I'll draw this line. You can see. Suppose if this is the shape of the chezza here, so you can do it either with follow me command or also to push pull by push pull command. You can either use push pull command or follow me command. Both can be used. See, this is how you can make use of the follow me command or push pull command. This is the Chazza. Is it clear, Prajwal? Okay. Any other doubts?
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, please.
Can we show all the dimensions on walls? Like
Yes, we can.
if I want to write the dimension of from ground to lintel, that should be visible. Generally,
Yes,
what
we
will
can.
happen when we are giving a working drawing for a 3D model? So we need to show all the dimension of that.
See here, I'm it's available there. Go to the dimension tool here. Click on this. Just you annonate the dimension which you would like to show. See here, it's visible now.
Okay.
Just go to the dimension command. Suppose if you would like to show the lintel height up to ceiling height, you can show this also. Suppose if you would like to show the windows width, you can show this. This is how you can show the dimensions in the model.
Okay. Okay, sir. Students, any doubt?
So tomorrow will be the last day, no sir?
Uh, we have decided till 12. It's okay, sir. 5 days will wind up. Tomorrow we can make it last day.
I think almost all commands I have covered means for a particular one residential building, only these commands are useful. If they keep practicing it, then they can explore different commands there because it is easy to self-learning software. They
Okay.
can learn on their own. If they get any doubts, anytime they can approach me.
Okay. Okay. So tomorrow will be last day of your workshop. So practice on the Google SketchUp. Whatever difficulty you'll feel, you write it down and ask to sir in tomorrow's class, so that you can get the concept of every or each and individual a tool, so that it will be clear and you will be able to do the modeling in a SketchUp in a later part of the day. Okay, so I thank all the students for joining the session. I especially thanks Madhav sir for completing this today's session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Good
good
night.
night.
Good night. Bye.
So tomorrow at sharp 9 o'clock we'll start with the next day session. So that will be last day session. So after this session we'll circulate the feedback form. Based on that itself we'll get the certificate. So uh, don't forget to fill the feedback form. To get the certificate you have to fill the feedback form. Thank you for joining. Thank you once again. Now you can leave the meeting.